live out in Seattle? Thanks, you guys came down here for this?
Yeah.
Something to do for sure. We're definitely ready to come down.
Good night.
I have water up there if anybody wants some as well.
I'll take some water.
Sure, got a bunch of them right here. We're made up in case anybody wants to snack. Yeah, what's that? This energy's not too bad, huh?
No, it's not.
For it off, right?
I like it more.
I like it better than cigarette, right? Okay. Should we, are you guys got all of these, all the sound and stuff working fine? You guys try and test it and everything?
Yeah, we're mostly like,
Just want to make sure.
which actually.
There's microphone.
Yeah. You can do us a favor, and we're actually going to turn off
Yeah.
these lights in a minute.
Oh, yeah. Let me know when you turn off. I know the button.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Howdy, howdy.
Nice. When.
Yay.
And this is the bar. If you guys are thirsty or hungry, food's downstairs, so I can bring some to boxes. Yes, bro, I got some good beers on tap right now. If you guys get drinks, cocktails, or you guys have drinks. IPAs on tap, cider.
Check the time. I'm going to take this down. All right, 7:59, y'all.
Nice.
It is orange. Yes. Going live, everybody. Going live. All I have to do is what I want and love.
Yeah.
Woo! Going live.
No, I would stay there for like.
Friends, so let me see. I'll go down there for any of that.
Yeah.
Good stuff up there.
Hello, thank you for joining. Hope we're coming in all right. Feel free to drop a hello in the chat. We're about to start.
give me 10 seconds to grab a beer here, okay? Is there anything else maybe while down there? Yeah, I don't know what.
Right there.
I don't think it's really good. Oh, okay. I think it's really good. Right out. So good. Do you want anything in there? Yes, water and maybe water. There's ice cold water if you want that. All right. So 2 monkey shoulders and 2 Moscow mules. Look at that. Perfect. Mangoes.
Sounds like
No,
we have
no, no,
really
sounds like
good
that.
audio.
Nice.
We have an audience. Yay! It's always nice to play with an audience. All right. Howard, we want to, if you can let that sucker in, I will make sure we have something on the goose. Are we live? We're still live. You forgot. We're still on. It's about being on Monday.
I'd say we're gonna give it about 10 more minutes, see who else wants to show up, and then we'll start moving things along.
What's your YouTube channel name again?
The Wandering Youngblood. Hey, welcome. Nice.
Hi.
Yay, I'm so glad to hear you.
Happy to meet you. This is Joey. This is my boyfriend.
Joey, how do you
Banjo.
do? Pleasure. Yeah. Absolutely. Good stuff.
All the time.
That was really
Makes sense, I can see.
Yeah.
We're just here. I was just looking.
Yeah, did you hear
Okay,
it sound?
I didn't check the sound. I was just.
Oh yeah. What's up, livers? Feel free to chat below and say hi. About to start.
Go ahead and say, everybody, thank you for coming, and welcome. Do us a favor, put your phones on silent, all that stuff. If as people are coming in, if you wouldn't mind just reminding them, if you hear like a ding or something, be like, shh, turn that shit off. But yeah, it's a very exciting prospect what we're doing here. I don't know how much y'all have heard, but this is a comedy variety show on bereavement. Who here has lost somebody close to them? Yeah. Almost everybody. Nice. Well, y'all have lost somebody close to you before? Yeah. So there's some, a little bit of commonality. And you must know the reason for this. We just flew up here from Vegas. We drove from Fresno, California to Vegas to fly up here because somebody in the family passed on. And so we decided what better way to honor their lives than to make a joke out of it. No, I'm just kidding. But they include everybody, and maybe a little bit of solace. That being said, we're going to have like 5 more minutes, see if anybody else wants to show up. And get started.
You have to.
By the way, if a joke lands flat, just like over exaggerated laugh anyway. Kissing? Oh yeah. Yeah, please don't.
Whatever you feel called to do, I guess. You're on a live audience. Anyway. Yeah, so my part.
I wouldn't. Yes.
Yeah. There's 2 in the hallway. Yeah, Mumsy right now.
Yeah. Price not to pay for not being.
So I can work the crowd. Why don't I do some of that when we were waiting? And then. Really? Okay. Oh, so. You guys like. Imagine. You guys bring your attention over here. You guys like that? So there are 3 tricks of the natural. 3 tricks. So the first trick, is it a rubber pencil? Do you believe it's a rubber pencil? You believe? Is it a certainty? Are you confident? Okay, check. Is it a rubber pencil? It is not a rubber pencil, but can you make it a rubber pencil? So, put your hand out, everybody gets Rubber pencils for everybody.
I want them all.
Who else wants a rubber pencil? Death row. Okay, so rubber pencil trick, you put your thumb underneath, you put your hand up on top, and you gently pinch, and then you bounce your elbow. So that you're getting it into sort of an oscillation. If it looks like it's rubber to you, it looks like it's rubber to everybody, and now you're doing that. You know it's not rubber, but it still looks like rubber. Why? And this is what I'm all about is your brain is messing with you 100% of the time. So even when you know something's not true, it still looks true. So that's magic trick number 1. You ready for magic trick number 2? I carry these with me everywhere because they are mood-changing pencils. Have you ever been in a grocery store?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard the sound, perhaps near you, of a child
Sound just like that.
something that they can't have? Can you relate to the adult who is currently tired of saying no? The person who is asking for things that are lined up on the shelves specifically to attract attention. I hear that sound and I come bouncing over and I'm like, hi. Would you like to use a quick distraction? Here, magic pencil. See if you can change color of pencil. Magic pencil. See if you can change the color of the pencil.
I did it.
Yay! And now we have the magic of distraction. How many of you guys use distraction when somebody is having a tough time? Oh yeah. So this has gotten me so many friends at grocery stores, restaurants. It's really easy and it's simple. You know, it's the quickest of interventions. It's like, hi, could you guys use a quick distraction here? Magic pencils. Good luck. Gotta go. But suddenly the restaurant is all like, okay, go on. So that's magic pencil trick number 2. Are you ready for magic pencil trick number 3? All right. Everybody know how to use magic wand? Magic wand? You got one? Okay, so wish your magic wand around. Wish. So magic wands. Magic wand. If you know how to wave a magic wand, so this is a very specific kind of magic. Imagine that with this magic wand, you can help solve any problem in the world. Which problem do you want to help solve first? So, imagine this is a microphone. Which problem do you want to help solve first with the magic wand? End all war. Homelessness. Predators. No more plastic. World hunger. Also world hunger. It's a good one. All right. World hunger is winning on this race. And distrust. Carbon monoxide. Oh yeah. Which kind? Money in politics. And healthcare. Who else has an opinion? So if you guys could solve any problem in the world, help solve. Which one would you want to help solve first? Rare diseases. Having shelter. Hey, an itchy toe. Any others?
Having children.
Excellent. Okay. So here's how we close out. So magic wand. Here's the reason this is magic pencil number 3. This is a metaphor for your time and your attention. If those are problems that you seriously care about, are you spending any of your time and attention looking at who's doing what? If those are the issues you currently care about, you can switch topics. You can change your mind about what you care about, but when you next pick up your phone to play Candy Crush Saga, or one of the other things that does not have a whole lot of purpose and meaning, what if you took just a couple more minutes and searched for, well, who's actually working on this? in my area, in the global community. What are they doing? Because it's not going to solve itself, folks. And with that, I'm handing the show over to you guys.
Give it up for Dr. Mel. Gentlemen all around and in between, thank you for being here. This is Dr. Mel The SQUID Lady. We're very blessed to have her here. We actually met 3 years ago at the Kalama Heritage Festival, and it was a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer. It's like, we got to get Mel on the show. So thank you very much for being here. So as you know, this is a comedy variety show on bereavement. If you look around, you'll see envelopes sitting around. These are your tickets into the show, and I'll tell you how that works. We say at our shows, pay satisfaction. So hang out, watch the show. You get to decide the value of it. When it's like obvious to you, it's like, oh, this is $100 show. Put it in the envelope. So inside this table over here. There's also electronic methods of donating. We're very, very satisfied to be hosted by Whiskey Gulch. It's an honor, and honestly, it was a gift. They didn't have to host us. They wanted to. So to that, thank you very much, Antonio. Thank you very much. I'm hoping Chuck will show up a little bit later. Mind you, most of the show, we do have a microphone here, but most of the show is going to be our voices and our acoustics and so on and so forth. So you'll have to pay attention to what's being said if you want to hear it. That being said, is there anything else I'm leaving out here?
You might want to get a little more light in front of you.
A little more light in the front?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Hey, Antonio. Yeah. You were talking about turning down the lights. Do these lights here turn on?
I think so.
If at any point you're feeling like you'd like to be closer to the action, feel free to come on up. And in fact, I did have a plan that was if there wasn't enough light, and if we had people in the front of the audience here, you weren't going to be our lighting. I was going to tell you, pull out your phones, shine the light on us.
We only have 10 batteries.
Yeah, you might take a couple Instagram shots anyways. You might as well just spotlight us.
Yeah, unfortunately not, brother. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. Well, just for those, we are live on YouTube, which is a success for us. We got 50 subscribers, and so if you wanted to see what we're up to, I don't know if I told you, we've been driving south for quite some time. We just drove from Fresno, California to Vegas, flew up here. We're going to do that in reverse to get back to the bus and continue heading south. We live a very adventurous life. So if you'd like to follow us and know what we're up to, we're always getting into something, helping people out along the way as we love to do. And you might be interested to see what's good there. With that being said, I already told you this is a show on bereavement. Are y'all familiar with the 5 stages of acceptance?
Grief.
5 stages of grief? You familiar with this? This is, walk me through it real quick. It's denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and then acceptance. And you'll notice that this is the theme throughout the show. So ideally, when we get to the end, you're going to find a lot of solace and go, "Ooh, that was an adventure." But at least I can accept where things are now. With that being said, we're going to start this off with a little humor. that the sun is just reaching the window, shining on your sweetheart's face as they open their eyes and you open yours. There you are, first thing in the morning, staring at each other's eyes, and this is what's going through your head. You think, what are you still doing here? I thought I told you to get out last night. We're having this conversation again. I'm just kidding. Have you been told today how beautiful and lovely you are? I can't show you how much I appreciate you and I both. These few words of pure gratitude will show you just how much I love you. Thank you. Thanks for being here, everybody. There's a remote over there if you want to turn it down. That's up top there.
We have tissues there and at the entrance.
There's a bit I like to call the writer. It says the last 3 days have gone by under a veil wherein there's clearly a void. It's just near impossible to put my finger on what is missing. I still can't believe I came home Saturday without you. I wake up, I drink my coffee, I defecate. My boss tells me to go home, and in the evening I go to sleep. Something is amiss. I mean, I know you're gone. I get it. Everything's different. But everywhere I go, I see you out the corner of my eye. I expect your name to be called at the cafe. It just hasn't sunk in. Why doesn't it feel different? It's as though you'll be walking through the door any moment. I miss you. I love you. I can't wait to wake up. Y'all hit that next slide for me. Tomorrow, it's not that I'll be missing you. Start tomorrow, I just can't wait to see you again. Tomorrow, it's not that I'll be missing you. Start tomorrow, I just can't wait to see you again. He's young, he's single, you can see it in his eyes. How good lady, she's young, she's single, timid to admit she's in love. I believe tomorrow. It's not that I'll be missing you. Start tomorrow. I just can't wait to see you again. Maybe here, maybe in nothing. Somewhere between, surely in my dream. But tomorrow, it's not that I'll be missing you. Start tomorrow. I just can't wait to see you again. Yeah, that's all right. That's it. That was the right spot. We gather here today in memory of our dearly departed. You see, she was good to all of us, and in her box.
Schrodinger said, "Are you sure?"
Of course, she's in.
So are we all in the box? Are we heading there? Yes. According to the great teacher, Ernest Becker, this is the terror to have emerged from nothing, to have a name, consciousness of self, deep inner feelings, an excruciating inner yearning for life and self-expression, and with all of this yet to die. Please.
I just got a text that says I'm stuck in a box.
She's in the box.
But aren't we all just stuck in a box? I'm Madame Kimono. I am a traveler of the cosmos. And coming to this planet, I would label myself an astrology informant. I would imagine my story is a bit like yours. At first, I didn't know who I was, and I didn't know how to be me because I didn't know where I came from. I didn't know what I was meant for. I didn't know what I was doing here. And I did some self-reflection and some meditation, and one day I remembered. I remembered who I was. I am a celestial being. I am a star seed. I am made up of the material of a supernova. Whether you believe in God and that we are all created in his image, or you believe in science and energy cannot be created nor destroyed, we are all the same. We are all one. I am you as you are me, as we are all Madame Kimono. We are made up of the same material, thousands years old. We are our ancestors. We have them within us. Call on them, even when they are not here. Let's talk astrology. Are you familiar with how tides work? Moon goes around the earth and the water, it pulls in either direction. Moon's over here, water's that way, water's this way. Right? We're 60% water. What do you think is going on with our body as the moon goes around? What do you think we're doing as the planets go around? Okay? Dr. Emoto studied water and freezing water with motions. He talked kindly to water as it freezes, and it crystallizes these beautiful geometric shapes. And you talk nasty to it, and it's ugly. It's ugly. We are energy. Energy is everywhere. We experience weather with our 5 senses, right? We can touch it, we can feel it, we can smell it coming. Astrology is energies, okay? Now what we have going on right now, we've got the new moon back on the 11th in Capricorn. All right, that is telling us to create this foundation for this new life that we want to create. It's encouraging us to try new things. Okay, we've got a full moon in Leo coming up on the 25th. It's reminding us what holds us together. It's reminding us to find that fire that burns within us and follow that passion and pursue it. Loving yourself fiercely and letting love change the world. Also, we've got Pluto. Okay? Pluto's going into Aquarius for the first time in like, Cora knows, like 200 years or something ridiculous. We're going to be moving into Aquarius. Hello, lovelies. Thank you for joining us. I am not normal. And in Capricorn, it actually started in 1778. You guys know kind of what's going on back then, right? So today we've got all sorts of new stuff going. And Aquarius, Pluto's like the planet of destruction, the god of destruction and death and life and rebirth. And he loves those parts of you that you don't. You don't. You just like push down. You're like, that's not me. But Pluto's like, what are your deepest desires and what do you want out of life? What do you want? What do you want? Because I want that too. I want to give it to you. I want it too. I will give it to you on a silver platter. What do you need? Whatever you need to make your dreams come true. I will dress you in a golden robe and I will lavish you in flowers because that is what I want to. So welcome yourselves to Pluto being in Aquarius as we can now create our own realities. Thank you. I am you as you are me, as we are all Madame Kimono.
Give it up for Madame Kimono, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, all around and in between you, tonight we have a very special stand-up guest. Give it up for Jethro Joseph Mayhem Youngblood.
So I'm gonna be doing some stand-up comedy for you. And okay, I'll start. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Old lady.
Old lady here.
Blood. Why did the fried chicken across the road
Why?
to get blood designs.
Oh.
It's a little insensitive, don't you think?
Why the baby crossed the road?
Listen, what about the jokes you said earlier? The ones you said earlier were fantastic.
They were the same.
I mean, clean it up a little bit. I mean, look at these guys.
Okay, no more blood jokes. Why did the old lady jump in the pool of lava?
All right.
Jethro, ladies and gentlemen.
Good job. Next time. Give it up for Jethro! Today I burnt the Snuggie you bought me. It's been a week. And I'm just blown away. I can't believe you left me. Mary and John brought me dinner the last 2 nights. Sean and Tim have been checking on me daily, which is sweet. And all of the freaking Facebook posts. Nobody gets it. It's clear people are loving us. It's clear I'm not alone, but I've never been more alone. Shelley came to spend the night to make sure I wasn't alone, but I locked her out. I just can't believe you left me like this. No will, no insurance. I have to do it all myself. And to top it all off, you didn't even fold your laundry. I've been staring at this pile for weeks now. I don't care. I'd happily burn it all. I just want you. Hopefully I can sleep tonight. What's that? This is my best friend, Tim Long, Eugene Jeans guy. I called him Slim Long. If you listen to Americana music in the Northwest, there's a very good chance you'd run across him every once in a while. He played with Baby Gramps from time to time. Here's a song that we wrote together. I was talking to my honey just the other day. As I was leaving, I thought I heard her say, leaving's tough, but staying's even tougher. Sometimes the way you act is like you like it when I suffer. I'm burning bridges, burn them down, break dishes in the kitchen, throw them round. I don't know why I even try. Oh, honey, baby, let me cry. Here I stand, head in hand, simply trying to understand what makes you do and say things you do, especially when you're doing that close thing to the burning bridges. Burn them down, break dishes in the kitchen, throw them down. I don't know why you even try, oh, why you try. Hey, baby, it's time for me to fly. When I was younger, I was full of fun. I changed my life in oh so many ways. I'm older now. I might be wiser, probably not. Still think I got some songs to play. And I'm burning bridges, burn them down. Break dishes in the kitchen, throw them down. I don't know why you even try. Oh, baby, baby, it's time for me to fly. Here I stand, a good person going wrong, and the scenery's much better when I tear down these walls. And I know it's just a matter of identity loss and struggle to find out who is the worst boss. The burning bridges, burn them down, break dishes in the kitchen, throw them down, and I don't know why I even try. Oh, baby, baby, it's time for me to fly. Say it, maybe, baby, it's time to get somewhere. Oh, maybe, baby, I'll go and eat some pie. Oh, baby, it's a beautiful sky. Oh, baby, this thing in my eye, it's hurting a lot. It's a sky. Oh, baby, said you're a wonderful guy. Oh, baby, that sandwich I ate earlier would have been a little better if it was on right. Oh, baby.
I think I'll have some blueberry pie.
Oh, thanks, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, all around and in betweenies. Tonight, and ideally many, many more nights, we have a very, very special guest. With absolute pleasure, we get to introduce and bring to the stage Dr. Mel The SQUID Lady.
My first time in Port Orchard. More to come. And I'm signing up to be a substitute teacher, life coach, and anything else. So if you have ideas on where I should go, let me know. So, Chair, I need volunteers. 3 volunteers who are willing to sit here and hear a beautiful story and wear a hat. Volunteers?
Don't you all raise your hands at
Volunteers!
once?
Jethro! Could you obtain your son, please? Second volunteer, all you have to do is wear the silly hat. Come, sit right there. We're gonna do story time. I want you to be right about here on the live stream. Face me. It's story time. You're sitting here. You need a hat. And you, my dear, over here, the hat. The goal is, camera crew, can you put them in the right spot so we can see the backs of their heads? Come closer, children, come
Guys, a little
closer.
bit closer,
It's
my dear.
story time. So we have a book. It's called You and Your Squid Brain, How to Think Before You Ink, by Dr. Mel and the Squid Minders. You might be surprised to learn what I did, but now I can show you your very own squid. It's like a part of your brain that is hidden from view, but it often drives what you say and you do. Whenever your squid feels like something is wrong, it's right there to tell you. It doesn't take long. It turns different colors and can make your heart race, can make you get louder and scrunch up your face. Your squid, it turns out, will squirt ink in distress. If it feels overwhelmed, you can make quite a mess. So what can you do when your squid starts to yell? You can ask some good questions if you want to help. Could you try to distract it before it reacts? Could you cover your mouth before it attacks? Could you take a deep breath? Take a deep breath. Count to 10. Back away. Then ask your squid what it most needs to say. Can you stop to ask questions to better understand? Can you imagine your choices, then decide on a plan? Where can you go if you just need to hide? How can you help your squid cool off inside? Before you return from wherever you go, make a plan to come back and try to talk slow. Things might get messy if your feelings still hurt, but maybe good questions can stop a squid squirt. Now I have a question that I must ask you. If there's a squid in your brain, do I have one too? Do you guys have squid brains? How many of you have squid brains? How many of you have ever said or done something you regretted? So how about when you're emotionally stressed out? Loss, anger, denial, bargaining, depression, all of that stuff. Here's the key to the squid stuff. There's a step 0, and that's noticing. Whenever you feel like something is wrong, whenever you are emotionally triggered, where do you feel it first in your body? For me, my heart starts to pound and my face gets hot. Your neck. Point. So where does your emotion show up first? When you're emotionally triggered, your chest, who clenches? Head, face, hands. Someone has said or done something that did not feel right. Where do you feel it first? That's what I want you to notice. That means you're emotionally triggered. You don't drink and drive. Watch your decision making when you're emotionally triggered. It's the right time to squid. So whenever you feel like something is wrong, can you squid? Stop and ask yourself some questions. I don't even care if you remember the rest. Just stop long enough to consider your options. Notice and pause. Take the breath and evaluate what you want to have happen next. Does that make sense?
Yeah!
Woo! Welcome to Squid Minders! And now, what's next, folks?
Give it up for Dr. Mel The SQUID Lady!
Thank you. Thank you for your
I feel like it's just an absolute treat to have Mel here to teach us about this stuff. It's not stuff that you get in grade school, and it really ought to be. You know? So thank you. Incredible stuff. What comes after this next one?
bargaining.
And then Oh, mind you, everybody, she held it up just briefly, and I don't know if you saw it, but Dr. Mel has a book in print about the squid steps. And if you weren't considering getting it for yourself, consider getting it for a young one who you love, and it could impact their lives in a really beautiful way. You know, give them some stepping stones that they wouldn't have had otherwise.
Books are in the back of the room and online on Amazon. If you want them signed, come see me afterwards. Immortality Project. Write a book. Publish it. Check. Yes.
I'm so mad that we never hitchhiked Iceland. We just kept putting it off. I imagine had we followed our dreams, we'd have been living a whole different life. In the realm of things, going to work really wasn't all that important, was it? The one day you're out the door on time. It's ironic, really. Gosh, I would give it all to serve you breakfast in bed just one more time. I'm sorry I helped rush you out the door. We both deserved more time. I'm sure I'll see you on the other end, I suppose. Keep dancing. I miss you. Y'all know about beatniks? Yeah. So after each poem that Camel will read, I'll invite you to go ahead and snack.
This is typically Banjo's corner, so I feel pretty privileged to be up here right now, and I have no idea what I'm about to read.
It's Camel's corner, Camel's corner. You're in Camel's corner. If I were you, I'd feel cornered, cause you're in the corner now. You do
At my funeral, take the bouquet off my coffin and throw it into the crowd to see who's next.
Yes.
At my funeral, I want to have an omelet bar with a sign that says good morning, so I can have one last laugh. At my funeral, I'd like there to be a piñata so people are happy, but fill it with bees so they're not too happy. I'm sorry and my God mean the same thing unless you're at a funeral. At my funeral, I want someone wearing the same outfit I had on when I died to burst in the room and say, okay, this is where it gets complicated. This is from the dear late and great Tim Long. When I die, don't cry, have some pie. Thank you. I'm not a morning person.
This is getting kind of depressing. Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's start the wave.
Nice.
You guys know how to do the wave? So you put one arm up and across. Woohoo! Okay, guys. One arm up. Woohoo! It's live action time. One more time. Woohoo! And that's funeral crown.
I'm sorry I haven't written in a while. I'm just done. When I didn't make it to your memorial service, Shelley moved the whole dang service here. When she found me, I was a puddle on the floor. I didn't know she was a widow. She cleaned my face, and she made me put clothes on, and she sat me up in bed and let people in one by one to give me condolences. That was 5 days ago, and she still hasn't left. I don't know what I'd do without her, but geez, I wish she'd leave. Though it's nice to have somebody to watch Game of Thrones with. It's amazing to see how loved you were. You touched so many people. Even in death, you brought so many people together. Shelley is sweet to hold me when I'm missing you. I don't know how she does it. It's hard to imagine that I'll ever be okay. I was depressed in bed. Nobody's cried forever. Baby, cry. Cry 'cause it feels right. Don't you worry. No, baby, cry. Ooh, baby, cry. Nobody's cried forever. Baby, cry. Cry 'cause it feels right. Don't you worry. No, you're alright. Ooh, you're alright. No, it's not everyone who can cry. So baby, cry. Cry 'cause you're feeling ill, well. Don't you worry. No, you're alright. Ooh, you're alright. No, not everyone can cry. So baby, cry. Cry 'cause it's feeling ill, well. Don't you worry. No, you're alright. Ooh, you're alright. This world will beat you down some. So baby, cry. Cry 'cause you can, my boy. It's not personal, no. Baby, cry. Ooh, baby, cry. This world will beat you down some. Baby, cry. And it's not personal, no, you're alright. You're alright. Oh, baby, cry. Oh, honey. Ooh, you're alright. Ooh, you're alright. Oh, baby, cry. Oh, honey. Ooh, you're alright. 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 You're alright. You're alright. Thanks, baby. It's hard to cry. Say, baby, it's hard as you cry. Oh, baby, it's hard as you cry. Laugh, baby, it's hard as you cry. When it feels right, you're alright. Ooh, you're alright. Ooh, you're alright. Ooh, you're alright. Dance, baby, as hard as you cry. Sing, baby, as hard as you cry. Love, baby, as hard as you cry. Laugh, baby, as hard as you cry. When it feels right, you're alright. I'd like to introduce you to my mother. She passed away not this last December, but the December prior. And I'd also love to bring your attention to this art that we have right here. And in the entry here, this is all memorial art by a local artist, Barbara Trike. And it's thank you very much for letting us use it for tonight.
This one is in dedication of our my aunt, Barb's sister, Tammy, who passed away for her memorial services today. And we have one for Mumsy in the hallway that she did on the right, and great grandma Ashby on the left.
We're so close to the end.
Are we? So, coping skills. So, how many of you have a go bag at home for if you have to suddenly evacuate? One. Woohoo! Congratulations! Okay. There we go. Okay, so what does that tell the rest of you? We are horribly underprepared. So, first public service announcement for tonight is consider that life is uncertain, shit's gonna happen, and your preparedness has a lot to do with how things play out for you. So imagine you're asleep in your bed tonight and the earthquake hits and the glass is breaking and you have to do something. Are you prepared for that? No, because we are totally in denial, reference denial of death. The idea is, before you guys go to bed tonight, will you please have the consideration of what would happen if, one of the things we learned from the Northridge earthquake, people hurt their feet on the broken glass. It was 2 o'clock in the morning, something like that. Does anybody know about the Northridge earthquake? Familiar, California. Late at night, you're going to be asleep. Do you have something you can put on your feet if there's broken glass? Do you know what to do next? Okay, quick, call it out if you know. What do you do if you feel the earth shaking?
Get under something.
Get under something.
Stand in the doorway. Scream.
Scream. Screaming is good. Yes. Have a primal scream, everybody. Can we apologize to Mom for blowing out her eardrums? Sorry, Mom.
Mom's over there like, dude, what the heck?
What the heck? She encouraged me to do it. So the idea of, I was sitting on my bed in California some number of years ago, and I was noticing that I moved to California and the world was kind of shaken. But I looked over at the water that was sitting on the bedside table and it wasn't moving at all. And I realized it wasn't an earthquake, it was me having my tremor. So it's not always an earthquake. It could be the truck going by a little too much. I didn't dive for the bottom of the table right away, but if there's an earthquake and it seems to be legit, you want to protect your head, you want to protect your body however you can while that first tremor is coming. What do we call it when there's a second tremor? Aftershock. And you've got a window of time between the first one and the second one where you can evaluate what you're going to do next. Conveniently, we have 5 steps called SQUID. So stop and ask yourself, what's going on here? Oh shit, we better figure out what we're doing next. And that's where you get your go bag. Because if the place you are is no longer safe and you need to leave, the bag is already ready to go. You know where it is. You can get to it. It's magical. And nobody has this. But it's worth considering. So before you go to bed, consider it. In my go bag, I keep one in the car. Highly recommend keep an emergency kit fully stuffed, fully stashed in your car, because my car is usually with me. If I have a beautiful emergency kit, but I'm not at home, and it's at home, it's not with me. So, in my car, I've got the emergency kit. I've got the DoorDash bag. Got to make a little money on the side. It's good when you're a performer to have your side hustles. So, we've got the regular old emergency kit kind of stuff. We've got COVID tests and bottle of water, some snacks, Band-Aids, first aid kit, a towel, because you always need a towel. Douglas Adams tribute. But then I have the extra bag, and this is what I really want to invite you to consider, the emotional emergency kit. Because after you have figured out how to survive, what do you do with the noise going on between your ears? You've made it to the shelter, you've evacuated, you are now dealing with all of the noise between our ears, right? So the emotional emergency kit, it has things like Kleenex, chocolate, earplugs, because the noise of being around other people who are freaking out and Mom, off on the side is modeling for you the ideal earplugs, gun range. So you got your survival skills stuff like the knife and the rope and the magic pencils. How many of you have magic pencils? Woo! Anybody who didn't get a magic pencil at the beginning of the show gets one at the end. The idea of being able to focus on something that's a fidget and just bring your attention to your breathing, because we know from all of the mental health research, you guys have heard this how many times? Focus on your breath. It's the first way to deal with when you are emotionally overwhelmed. Focus on your breath. So can we do a breathing exercise? You guys ready?
Yes.
Breathing exercise. So how many of you have heard of box breathing? So you do 4 counts, 4 counts, 4 counts, 4 counts. It's inhale, hold, exhale, hold. We're going to do trapezoidal breathing. This is based on the concept of, I believe, dialectical behavioral therapy, DBT, and the idea that if your emotions are fried and you want to de-escalate that stuff, you increase your exhales. So we're going to breathe in for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 8, hold for 4, twice. Ready? So inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 8. Hold for 4. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 8. 4. Hold for 4. Comments? Anybody? Can you feel the difference that makes? Yeah? So that's the concept of trapezoidal breathing, and the idea is your brain has to focus so hard to do that, it de-escalates some of the other noise. Then you turn to your emotional emergency kit, and in it you have things to distract. Something to read. I've got the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution because all of the reasons it remains to be considered. I've got something to write with and something to write on to sort of journal out what the heck's going on, what's my to-do list. I've got the magic wallet cards. And with this, I will finish this section. So, part of what we do, my work is called Quality of Life Experiments. Every choice we make is an experiment. Did it work out? Did it go wrong? So the question is, how do we do a better job of working with our choices? So I taught you guys SQUID. So do you guys remember the 5 steps of SQUID? Whenever you feel like something is wrong, you S. Stop. Q. Question. U. Understand. Look for the bigger picture. I. Imagine. Investigate. Identify any version of go and look for your options. And D. Decide. You're going to decide anyway, but should you use your autopilot or consider your options first? So that's on the front of our magic wallet cards. On the back is a thought experiment. You ready for a thought experiment? I'm ready. Camo, imagine, God forbid, I find you unconscious. We're calling 911. We are sending you to the hospital. You are about to enter the U.S. medical system. I can figure out who from the ID in your wallet. Do you have your wallet?
No, my husband has my wallet.
Great. You're unconscious too. Can I figure out your identification? Do I know who you are?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Can I tell from your wallet who you want me to call?
No, I have an ice in my phone.
You have it on your phone. Are you counting on your phone to be something I can operate?
It doesn't have a lock.
It doesn't have a lock. It has it has the emergency contact information. Better than nothing. But has your phone ever gone dead? Have you ever seen a phone crashed and cracked after an accident?
Yes.
This is the emergency contact card I want you guys to put in your wallet. And now, my dear, can you please hand this out to the people? Here's the story I tell. So on the front, 5 steps of SQUID. On the back, please put your emergency contact information, because if I am the medic who is looking at your wallet, I don't know who you want me to call. If you're unconscious and entering the medical system, there's more. You need somebody to know. unless you don't want someone to advocate for you. Here's the story I bring it home with. A friend of mine, last name Martinez. His dad, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, out for a walk, gets hit by a car, goes to the hospital, but they don't know that he's at the hospital. It's 6 o'clock at night. They go to look for him. Where is he? What happened? They find the hospital he was taken to, but he's not there anymore because he had passed. And the reason they didn't get a chance to say goodbye, there was no contact information for them to be reached. Please put a slip of paper in every wallet of the people you care about that says emergency contact information. Put it on your phone too, great, but please put it behind your driver's license because the DOL does not take care of our emergency contact information. And that's my little edutainment lecturing. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, that's the Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mo.
So there I was, at the beginning of a 12-week journey into a Rewilding for Women mystery school. This was last week, by the way. I was in Dana Point, south of Laguna Beach, California, and I had just done a meditation, the first workshop. It was a 12-week course, okay? This is a week ago. And I had gained access to my inner self. Have you ever flown inside of yourself before? This was the first time I literally ever did that, okay? I opened this door to my heart. I was standing in between my tattooed sternum and my pink inner dermis, and I'm looking at the insides of this ant colony. It's not an ant colony, it's just that huge, it's vast. There's pictures of my family just pridefully Times Square on the walls of my inside of me. And I'm flying around and I get to see everybody inside of me. There's all these different parts of me. There's my heart center. There's everybody's doing making little Valentine's cards for each other and hugging each other. There's so many hugs in my heart center. Everybody's hugging. And then I fly down a little bit down. I go to my tummy. There's some snowboarder chicks going snowboard bunnies flying down my tummy. And there's some gluttonous little fuzzies. They're eating sweets in the corner. And there's anxious little fuzzies in my diaphragm area. I go into my womb space. And she tells me to go into my womb space. And she says, what do you see? What does she see? So I'm in this space, and it's I'm a middle-aged woman in this empty house, and my kids have gone off to college. I'm in this room, and it's my daughter's room. It's got posters all over the walls, and she's gone off to college. It's pink. Beautiful. She says, white in the moon. I'm white, and the walls shake, and the posters fall off the walls, and I'm brought back to this empty room. There's a crib and a single toy for the baby who didn't get to come to this side. White in the moon, and it stretches and it shakes, and the walls come down, and it stretches white in the moon, and stretches and stretches and thins out, and I'm there, and finally I'm in this cave with nothing but liquid on the floor, and my Shakti serpent lapping it up. Okay, what next? Nothing? We put some flowers in here? No? Okay. My mind's eye was let's make some sense of this. Flowers don't grow in caves. The flowers disappeared. It's just a serpent lapping up some liquid in a cave. I'm okay, great. So this is the first meditation. Now here we are, Dana Point, right? And I'm hey, friend, I just met yesterday, spending some time with. Do you know a place that I can get away for 4 hours? I got no kids. I want to do some deep feminine work. She says, well, there's a cave right over there, and over here there's a beach. I'm sorry, did you just say there's a cave? There's a cave. Okay, all right, cool. I'm going on an adventure. I get to the point where I'm walking on this long, arduous journey, and there's no animals. I get to leave my dog in the car. What? It's just me. It's just me on this journey into my inner cave, womb space. Great, awesome. Okay. So here we go. I go on the journey. I'm playing some music. It's awesome. I'm ready to do workshop number 2 in the cave. I get inside the cave. My phone dies. And my charger that I brought, dead, doesn't work. Okay, great, cool. I'm going deeper into my cave, inside of my cave. Great, let's go to this cave. So I go into this other cave, and I go deep down, and I'm like looking in, and I'm like, it's like shaped like a jet into the nose of it, and I go in, and I like sit down. There's like this perfect quartz little square that I can sit on. It's like quartz on the ground. It's great. I sit down. I'm like scared. There's something behind me, and I look behind me. I gotta figure out what's deeper in this cave. And it was like this dragon's eye made of like this rock. It was like, okay, school, there's a dragon back here. Awesome. I know what I'm working with. There's a dragon in my cave, guys. So I like go into this space and close my eyes. Like I feel comfortable now. Is there a dragon here? No dragon. No dragon, just serpent lapping up liquid in a cave. Great. Great. All right, let's see where this meditation goes. I remember where I was in the workshop before, and the feelings. I'm winding the womb, this cave space. I find myself holding this body, and I realize it's a version of myself from the past. It was my past self. It was me, and I was holding myself, my lifeless body. And I realized in that moment that I had come to mourn her. I had come to mourn this version of myself that didn't feel like she was good enough. That didn't feel like she was loved or supported enough to have that baby. That version of me that didn't feel loved or supported or valued enough to do all the things that she wanted to do in her life. I'd come to mourn her, so I let her go, and I'm crying, I'm breathing in this cave, I'm crying, I'm mourning, and I'm letting her go, and I'm holding on to her. And then my serpent comes and circles around her body, paying her respects. What do serpents do? Start wrapping itself around her, cocooning around this body, and she starts forming this cocoon, and the two of them become one in the serpent. And my past self, they become this shape, and it's like this light blue, white glass slipper. Like, what is this, a Cinderella story? Again, my mind's eye is trying to like figure out what's going on right now. What's happening next? I'm like, I know I need to let go of my past. I don't want to let go of my past self. I'm mourning for my future self who doesn't get to live with this person who's fear. And mourning, I'm like, God, what's happening? What's next? And then boom! Like an explosion, like a nuclear blast. It blasts out, and this light blue white shoots across the ground and crystallizes that liquid on the ground. And I'm in this crystalline cave that I'd been to meditation before, that Mumsy had led me on. Into this cave that led me into the door to my deepest desires. And these diamonds would just appear along the walls, and rivers of abundance just shooting out the walls. And I knew that I just come there to transmute that past self, and that version of myself. To know that I was valued, I have value, and I am worthy of everything. I'm like, thank you, dragon, thank you, cave, thank you, rock, you're so beautiful, I love you. And I'm walking off the beach, and I'm saying hi to everybody, I'm kissing them, how you doing? That's a crazy story of what just happened in my mind last week. I got like 11 more weeks of this journey, guys, so thank you for witnessing me. And go say this a little bit, it's kind of a weird thing, but like go in the backyard and go kill those versions of yourself that like no longer serve you, okay? Or like mourn them and let them go, because we got a transformational thing going on. Life is changing, life is happening. We got to pursue our passions and do what we love. We got to let that fear go. Thank you for being here. I love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, all around and in between, I dare to say, this is the most powerful show I've ever put on. And I'm just like, I'm absolutely thrilled. Mel, you're bringing so much to the table. You really are. Camo, you move me every time you open your mouth. Are y'all feeling moved?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's good stuff. was the moment that I heard of your departure when I discovered that for myself, though it was simply a part of the landscape in your presence, I'd always fully been aware of your impact. And may I just say, bravo, bravo, bravo. Encore, encore. Kidding, kidding. Sometimes it might have reared as lower, alas. You always showed up in class. Naturally, there is and will be grief. As your cells are transformed and your atoms are recycled, mine remain accustomed to yours presence. And the absence thereof, we must learn a new way to be. They say grief is the proof of the presence of love. Though I pine from time to time, let this truth of your newly found ever-presence not evade us. You know I'm impressed. Really. I'm proud. I'm even thrilled for you. But above all, I'm grateful. Thank you for being here. Thank you for playing the role that you played for me. No one could have done it better. Thank you for sharing such closeness with me. You shine, and thus I are tanned via your brilliance. Thanks for everything, dear one. What more is there to say except I can't tell if the joke is on you or me, but you're always with me now. Brenda Tent retired from living at the age of old, surrounded by family and natural causes. A librarian from birth, Brenda was an avid collector of dust. She had a sweetheart and married her high schooler. She loved having hobbies and helped her sons to be disadvantaged youths. She had no horses, but thought she did. The church gave her a choir because she sang like Bird. And she looked like Bird. And Brenda was a bird. She owed us so many poems. The funeral will be held in 1977 in heaven. In lieu of flowers, send Brenda more life.
That was an AI generated poem. AI, ChatGPT.
Just so you know, ladies and gentlemen, all around and in betweenies, it's a real pleasure and a real honor to be playing. I would love to say I wrote this song, but in truth, there was an older man who'd definitely seen some hard days. He was listening to me play on the sidewalk. And he kept asking me, can I sing with you? And I said, yeah, you can sing with me. And this tune is more or less comprised from the lyrics that he had sang. If you know what I've seen, if you know what I've seen, then you know where I've been. If you know where I've been, if you know where I've been, then you know what I've heard. And if you know what I've heard, if you know what I've heard, then you know should be flying like the birds. And I've seen good men all before me. I've seen my family, they're talking about me. Saying, should we pull the plug or should we let them be? Oh Lord, set me free. Say I've seen good men all before me. I've heard my family, they're talking about me. Say, should we pull the plug or should we let them be? Oh Lord, set me free. Set me free. Ladies and gentlemen, all around and in between you, let's welcome back to the stage Dr. Mel The SQUID Lady.
For round three. So before we do round three, aloha. I got a question for you. Camo and banjo and Jethro. How do you guys want to appreciate them? Yeah. Are you enjoying tonight? Give it up. You could have enjoyed a lot of other things with your evening, and you chose to spend it with us. So thank you for letting the stage. We're hanging out afterwards and look forward to conversations after the live stream finishes up. But can I take a picture of you guys? Just to prove that we've got an audience? Okay, everybody smile and wave. Hands in the air. Woohoo!
Like you don't care.
We've got people.
Like you don't care.
Woohoo! All right.
We do care.
We do care.
Wait for it like care.
So, aloha. How many of you have ever seen the movie Fundamentals of Caring? Paul Rudd, highly recommend. I'm a big fan of acronyms, mnemonics, things that are easy to remember. How many of you have ever done caregiving for somebody you love? Anyone? Anyone been there for the whole make sure that someone who's stuck in bed has what they need? You've done it at least once. It's complicated. How many of you have ever been dependent on someone else? Caregiving is part of our quality of life, right? And whether we feel cared for or not is how our days go. So, Aloha from this beautiful movie is in a training program for caregivers. And it's 5 steps that go through the idea of when you are taking care of someone. So, Squid, notice that somebody might need help. And then ask what kind of help they might need. Listen to what they're saying and observe, because there's more than what they're saying. Help however you can, and then ask again. The second A is my favorite, because just like wait staff at a restaurant, just because they dropped off the food doesn't mean you have everything you want. Come back around, and until the answer from the person you're caring for is, no, I'm good here, make sure that you've checked off the things that they could use to make their day a little easier to get through. Good? Makes sense?
Yes.
So squid your aloha. And as part of this moment, I would like to shine the invisible spotlight on the person I've had the pleasure of being cared for. 86 years old today. Please briefly stand. Mom, Dr. Zazem. This is the one who took care of me for my first years, and I've had the privilege of taking care of her for the last some. And it's her 86th birthday today, so here we go. Happy birthday. So, quick interlude, right? Can we do you have a banjo that we can do a happy birthday on? All right, quick happy birthday for Mom. Zana. Happy birthday to you. 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 Happy birthday, Dr. Zana. Happy birthday to you. All the dogs. All the trees. Okay, and I've got one last last little intervention for you guys. How many of you have been stuck on Zoom? At some level, did you guys do some video calls? So do you remember that part where we couldn't get to each other, we couldn't hug? There's this whole concept in neuroscience about oxytocin, the neurochemical of love. And I have for you today a demonstration of the oxytocin hug. Banjo, please, may I have you as a subject? I'm sorry, participant. So, the nature of the oxytocin hug, if you would, please stand here. In real life, if you have a person next to you that you enjoy hugging or might, this is how an oxytocin hug works. Please raise your right arm. Right, yes, thank you, come closer. And wrap arms together and breathe together 3 times. And then squeeze and then let it go. Testimonial.
What a rush.
Woo-hoo! That's oxytocin. Okay, do the snappy thing. Here's how to do it online. You ask the person who's sitting across from you on that computer screen to put their right arm on the left shoulder. Everybody in the audience, please. Everybody in the audience, please. Right arm, left shoulder. Left arm, right shoulder. And squeeze and breathe together with me 3 times. Just one big. Feel how much I love you. I'm sending that energy to you. It's hard to be human. And breathe. We are all made out of that same stardust. We each have our individual perspectives, our individual journeys, but we are all interconnected in this bizarre, heroic path that we're each on. And breathe one more time. And squeeze. And let it go. How's that feel? Woo!
What a rush.
Woo! And there is my contribution. Thank you for letting me educate. And thank you guys for letting me be here. Next up. There we go. That's it. Woo!
Nice.
What? You're the one talking, right?
If you feel so inclined, there are envelopes. You can put money in them. We wouldn't mind.
Yeah, for those of you who weren't here at the very beginning, or should I say, for those of you just tuning in, this show was brought to you by the color blue, death,
Life,
love,
rebirth, Pluto.
Dr. Mel The SQUID Lady, Madam Kimono,
Antonio, the bartender. Chuck and Rob, the owners of the Whiskey Gulch.
and viewers like you.
And Benjo. And Jethro.
And Jethro's epic stand-up session.
And Yaya, who's watching Baby Jaslyn right now.
And so what I want to tell you, this is something we've taken on ago, is we do have tickets to our shows, and that's those envelopes you see right in front of you. And the way we do this, we say, payment is contingent upon satisfaction. So if you saw value in the show, I'll invite you, please, grab one of those envelopes, stick something in it. If you don't, you only have electronic cash, feel free to talk to us, and we'll give you, tell us which ones it is for those on YouTube.
PayPal and Zelle, Camel Youngblood at gmail.com, and Cashapp and Venmo. Free show tonight. Show with an O and 2 NITE.
That's right.
Or email us at squidminders@gmail.com, and we will send you the links that you want. Including links to this video, links to other stuff that we're doing. We would love to stay in touch and bring you into the fold. Be part of the Squid Minders, be part of
The revolution. The Revolution in the Medicine Show Revival and the Youngblood Family Medicine Show. Now, mind you, this is stepping stones for us. I see us going a very long ways. And in fact, I'm willing to promise that we're making huge moves. That we're going to be all around the country, and our show is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And thank you all so much for being part of this stepping stone for us. We will be known as, and we call ourselves right now, and now you know, you're in the know. We are the community forward circus, and it's all about bringing useful tools in the form of edutainment. To people. So who here feels like they are leaving here with a little bit more knowledge, or a little bit of weight off their shoulders, or they got something from this?
Yeah!
Good.
Thank you.
Good, then we did our job.
Okay, I got one more thing before you finish.
Okay.
Two more things. Number one, we all have other things we're doing besides performing for you. This is a labor of love. These guys have really useful other stuff for dealing with this insanity of life, including how to deal with the money and the stress of finances. And then I've got the stuff in back. Anybody wants magic pencils, more about the squid stuff, all of that. We'd love to hear from you. Please pop me an email for any reason whatsoever. squidminders@gmail.com. And I have a joke.
Nice.
Life is a sexually transmitted disease with 100% mortality rate. Ooh. And to you, sir.
And I have a joke too.
No. I hear it. Is it a fun joke?
Why did the tortoise jump into the lava pit?
No, we're
Thank you for coming, and I love you!
Have you been told today how beautiful and love you are? I can show you how much I appreciate you, and I hope these few words of your gratitude will show you just how much I love you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Right up here underneath the laptop. Any donations you're welcome to put right up here underneath the laptop. And
And don't take them back. If you're hurting for money, talk to us. Just don't go grabbing it.
we have this. Yes, there we go. Thank you so much.
I wish you could too. I wish you could have made it too. How's it going?
Oh, who did not get magic pencils earlier? Anybody want the magic pencils? Pass?
Thank you. Love you. Do you guys want to hang out or want to call me later? Hang out later. You guys want to hang out? I think we had fun.
Thank you
Do you guys think we had fun? Give us a call.
Hell yeah.
Want to say anything?
Live stream ending. Going dead.
What?
Going dead.
Going dead. Going dead. Oh.
Love you.